Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for bringing me again today. On January 2nd, 2024, I made this video. Turkey blocks two UK Royal Navy ships from entering the Black Sea. Ukraine won't have warships yet, because I knew that they will not just take no for an answer. So, if you remember, the Brits decided to provide Ukrainians with supposedly two, mine-sweeping ships, which is just gonna do picking big ships, mines from the Black Sea, and that's it, nothing else. Well, that is just a foot in the door, and nobody buys that shit. But they will try. And because in order to get to the Black Sea, you have to go through the Bosphorus Strait. And right there, you have to talk to Turkey. This is the Bosphorus right here, right? Bosphorus and Dardanelle. So in order to come from the, let's say, Atlantic Ocean, you enter in through the Gibraltar Strait, owned by the Brits. You go into the Mediterranean Sea, and then you go to the Aegean Sea, and then you enter to the Marmara Sea, and then you get into the Black Sea. Remember, you have to, if the Turks don't want to let you go through, supposedly you can't go through. Now there is a, how do you call it, an understanding. It's not an understanding, actually. It is called the Montreux. Let me see, a convention. And the Montreux from 1936. And the Montreux Convention says that if you have war in the Black Sea, Turkey should not allow vessels, warships to enter the Black Sea anymore. That's their duty. But as in any convention, any policy, there are loopholes. And especially if the big boss wants to violate all the policies, he can do so, but you can't. Just for that situation where he feels like. So obviously, we have a guy, an ex-NATO commander, who tells Ankara, Turkey, to allow those ships to enter over there because they are defensive ships. This is like to say an air defense system is a air defense system is defense system. It doesn't have any offense or offensive guns or anything like that. It can't be just switched from defense to offense. So I have this article coming from Russia Today. It is from, they say, 7th of January. So my friends, I took you to the future. Turkey must, that's like an order, let, and I'm going defensive warship into Black Sea. Ex-NATO commander. They always do like this, my friends. Just pay attention. When they want to tell you we're going to do this, they activate one of the ex-commander, ex-general, former CIA boss or director, or someone like, or an expert, an analyst, a university professor, someone that is not in the administration. So they create the illusion that there's concern, and these guys are just activated. They start talking, the media promotes them. You and I and the baboons are watching TV and say, oh, look, that's a problem put together by these guys, and then the government must act. But it was everything the other way around. The government activated that, and they created this bullshit. So this ex-commander has no power, but he says that Turkey must. You have no power, but he has power, because this guy is part of a certain kind of organization. These guys that are promoted in some position so easily, then after they have a very soft landing on a position of a board of directors somewhere where they make millions just for, connecting. So let's see what this article has to say further. James Stavridis, sounds very familiar to me, I don't know about you, my friends, said Ankara should obey, must Who talks like that? An equal? Its role as a US-led military bloc's member. So he says, yeah, the Montreux Convention, yeah. But you have to bend it because, first of all, you're one of us. What? Imagine that will happen when you have let's say, a court, and you have a judge, and judge is, let's say, white, and you have the accused, the suspect being black. No, being white, the accused, but the accuser being black. And the attorney of the white accused tells the judge, hey, judge, you're white, actually. Ignore the law because you belong to my group. This is exactly what Stavridis tells Ankara. You're part of NATO. Bend the rules. Now, that guy supposedly is an American. We're not going to call him as he is, but nevertheless. Former NATO Supreme Allied Commander James Stavridis has claimed that there was no justification, no, that means zero, no, for Ankara to prevent a fellow bloc member for donating its warships to Ukraine. That's a different story, boy. It's no justification. Well, let's see if there's any. The same, the Russians invaded Ukraine unprovoked and without any reason. That's how it goes. That's a lie. The Turkish government said on Tuesday that it will not allow mine-sweeping vessels that the UK has pledged to Ukraine to pass through Bosphorus. Ankara, which controls the straits linked to the Black Sea with the Mediterranean, shut down access to foreign warships when the conflict in Ukraine began in 2022. This is where the conflict is. All right, this is where the conflict is, the Black Sea. So this is, if you want to look like that, this. Right, so that versus this. So this is the Crimean Peninsula. This is Romania, just for reference, not because it's important. Right there and right there. So you know the geography of what we're talking about. However, Stavridis claimed that, quote unquote, there is sufficient discretion. Remember the policy? Discretion under the 1936 Montreux Convention, and Ankara should have used a loophole which one exactly? To allow the passage of, I'm quoting, purely defensive warships, quote unquote. This is the clear NATO position. Okay, that's, as I said, with the white judge and the white accused. Agreed by Turkey as part of its role in NATO. Yeah, but NATO does not, supersedes, I'm guessing, the 1936 Montreux Convention. Does it? Yes, it does. The retired US Admiral told Politico. He went on to claim that Ankara, and I'm quoting, should fully lean into its role as a NATO member, that is, bend the law, instead of trying too hard to strike a balance, to be objective, this is translation, with its in relations with Moscow and the West. That means you are ours, ignore the law. This is the rule-based world order, my friends. Just us, not justice, just us. In accordance with the Montreux Convention, Turkiye, a NATO member, closed access to the Black Sea through the Straits of Bosphorus and Dardanelles shortly after Russia launched its military operation almost 2 years ago. While the decision forbade Western powers from sending warships into Ukraine, it also blocked Russia from reinforcing its Black Sea fleet, which is based in the Crimean port of Sevastopol. That, you know where it's at. Let me just go back. Right here in the south. Right here in this point in the south of the Crimean Peninsula. Or right here. Ram pam pam. A former Turkish naval chief. Now this guy is gonna smack Stavridis over his beak. Or his beep 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 beep. Admiral Cem Gurdeniz said in a post on X, Twitter, that Ankara did not breach the convention even during the bloodiest period of the Second World War. Mofo. But it's okay, NATO was not then. Now we have NATO. And I'm quoting, the US hates the Montreux Convention, to which it is not a party, because they cannot bring warships into the Black Sea as they wish. Got that? Gurdeniz argued. Gurdeniz also blasted Stavridis as, and I'm quoting, the neocons' favorite admiral, who, and I'm quoting, played a leading role in the 2011 intervention in Libya. Do you mean illegal intervention, right? NATO in Libya. And I'm quoting, the Admiral, who is currently a board member of the Rockefeller Foundation. Please look into that, my friends, if you're not familiar with that. It's a club, who tries partly with other clubs, foundations, to rule this right here. But hey, the Russians are the imperialist ones. All right, and the Global Investment Group, Carlyle, who is over there, the Global Invest is over there, board member, clearly wants Turkey to be the warring party in the Black Sea. Use fresh blood, like they will use the Poles, the Baltic states, and the Romanians or the Bulgarians. So they to be the warring party in the Black Sea and to shed Turkish blood in the war. Gurdenis said, and I'm quoting, if the Ukraine crisis had happened during his NATO command, we would probably be at war in the Black Sea on behalf of the USA and NATO. So this guy knows exactly who's who, what's what. Although Turkey is a member of NATO, President Erdogan has described the country's position on Ukraine conflict as balanced, end quote. In addition to hosting peace talks in 2022, Turkey brokered the now defunct Black Sea Grain Initiative, while Ankara has refused to sanction Russia and has strengthened its trade links with Moscow. Any questions? No answers. Of course, my friends, this shows you how just those guys are. Remember, Stavridis is not a low-rank bathroom cleaner. No. He was the Supreme Admiral, NATO. If he thinks that way, do you think that he's just an lost example? No, because he's on those two board of directors. Remember, two boards in Carlyle and the Rockefeller Foundation. Ah, my friends. But the Turk smacked him. Remember, this is not a particular case. This is the general norm, the general rule over there among these guys. And when you read this kind of statements, you think, well, when these guys are talking about the rule-based world order, what exactly they mean? They mean we do whatever we want, you do whatever we tell you, and shut the fuck up. That's it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.